Some Singapore companies have expressed mixed views on having their employees return to the office. COVID-19 restrictions have been eased and working from home is no longer the default arrangement. Split teams are also not mandatory. Melissa Goh has more.
It may not look like it, but this is the morning rush hour. Plenty of elbow room on the way to the central business district. Now up to 75% of those who can work from home can now work in the office at any one time. This is up from just 50%. The cap on the time an employee can spend in the workplace will also be lifted. But some firms CNA spoke to say they're not in a hurry to get workers back into the office just yet.
Working from home can actually achieve the same results. And in actually some segments of my business, the results are actually even better. Yeah. So, for example, our call center, we've got statistics that shows that the pickup rates and the call rates are even better than when they were in the office.
In fact, it's looking to convert part of its office space for training instead. However, one office was a little more lively this Monday. It welcomed back 20% more employees, including 34-year-old Will Heng. The flexibility to return to the office on any day gives Mr. Heng a chance to draw the line between work and personal time.
Our line of business is very human-centric, and a lot of engagements face-to-face is required in some instances. At the same time, we have meetings. It's important for us to cultivate a social-centric environment.
There is a online kind of arrangement, roster, so those guys that wish to come back, they were able to go to this roster to see whether there's availability. As long as within the 75% mark, they're safe.
Some employees have also found the sweet spot they're looking for.
I'm quite happy with this arrangement, alternate weeks. Yeah, so 1 week in office, 1 week at home.
We are going back to office more frequent. Personally, I would prefer we have the flexibility to work from home and work from office at the same time.
As the rules are relaxed, employers are also encouraged to continue to stagger start times and implement flexible working hours.
At the same time, Singapore will expand its vaccination rollout in June to people aged under 45.
It's been more than 3 months since Singapore kicked off its nationwide vaccinations. Over 1 million people have received their first doses so far, and nearly 470,000 have gotten their second. The elderly have also been receptive. Around 60% of those aged 70 and above and 70% of those aged 60 to 69 have gotten their jabs or booked slots. Meanwhile, close to half in the 45 to 59 age group have registered for their turn. If all goes well, the government says it's on track to complete the vaccination program by year-end. That's despite a recent shortage of appointment slots.
Our supply of vaccines remains limited by the availability of vaccine manufacturers to deliver, given the high levels of global demand. This has resulted in limited booking slots in recent days. As more supplies arrive, we will progressively open more slots.
In the last 30 days, around 2% of those booked did not show up. An estimated 1% of those who did turn up had to be rejected due to concerns such as allergies. But there are measures to make sure no drop goes to waste.
We closely monitor the vaccine appointment bookings and the historical take-up rate, and we deliver the appropriate number of vaccine doses to the vaccination sites. And at the end of the day, to utilize any balance remaining in a multi-dose vial, there are pre-planned lists of individuals who will be invited to be vaccinated.
These lists currently include staff manning the sites or frontline volunteers involved in engaging seniors. The government will also study the possibility of having a standby system to allow those willing to wait and take the place of no-shows. Those previously deemed ineligible can also now get the jabs, as Dr. Puthucheary confirms an easing of vaccination guidelines for certain groups. That includes those with allergies, as long as they're not severe or anaphylactic in nature.
As an increasing number of people have been vaccinated, we have confidence over the situations in which someone previously thought to be ineligible might now go forward and have the vaccine. Indeed, the online systems and our various guidance to people manning counters and hotlines have changed. We'll continue to track this process. Most people are able to go forward and complete the vaccination.
He adds that the Health Ministry will conduct further studies to review the extent and duration of immunity provided by the COVID-19 vaccines.